Joining us now, veteran Army Captain Truax. Captain Truax, thank you so much for your service to America. Your reaction to analysts criticizing Europe basically living off the U.S. again? The U.S. is left alone to defend Europe's LNG imports, its oil imports, its shipments of metals, fertilizers, and more. What do you think?
Yeah, it's crazy. And thanks for having me on, Liz. So you would think at some point they would say, gosh, it's a good idea to get on board with what President Trump and the USA has already done. It seems like it's a no-brainer to me. I mean, we had air superiority in the first 24 hours, took out their leadership. Militarily, it couldn't be going any better. The only tricky part right now is making sure we can get the strait opened. And we've been taking out their Navy and their mine laying equipment and everything else. And so, Trump always gets hit on, oh, you're not working with the allies. Well, here's a perfect opportunity if you're an ally of the United States to just pitch in. Even if you just come out there and, even if you're just like, hey, we're here now, we're going to do whatever we can, and you don't do that much, but at least you're there. I think this whole concept of the United States going out and doing so great militarily, I mean, it's unbelievable. Kudos to our military and the planning that's happened. I mean, I think we're well ahead of schedule of what we thought could happen. And then so they've got this opportunity. Just take it and quit spending so much money on your green energy and just spend some military money. Maybe they don't even have the military know how to get this done. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
Yeah, so, military experts, the White House, they've repeatedly said, Democrats have said, Iran is a threat. Iran, the top official said it can create at least 10 nuclear bombs. It's been bombing Gulf nations' oil facilities, including recently the UAE. It's killed U.S. troops, its own citizens. It's been laying mines in the strait to disrupt commercial shipping, Captain. More than 30 of Iran's mine-laying ships now destroyed. Let's listen to President Trump saying this about National Counterterrorism Center Director Joe Kent resigning. Joe Kent saying Iran is not a threat. Watch.
I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat. Iran was a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it.
What do you think, Captain, about the statement, Iran is not an imminent threat?
Yeah, I don't understand what he's thinking. I think sometimes what happens is folks like him tend to miss the forest for the trees. I mean, I understand we don't want to get involved in regime change. There's no appetite whatsoever to put the 4th Infantry Division or the 1st Cav Division on their way to Tehran. Okay, that's not going to happen. What's happening here, if you would just look closely, is that we're degrading everything in Iran so that they don't come back with a nuclear weapon anytime soon. Military infrastructure is degraded. Navy's degraded. We're going to have to get to a point here where diplomatically we're going to set up a structure so that we can verify that nothing bad happens going forward, and we can keep them at bay, which is what we've always wanted. Nobody wants to go in there and change out the entire regime. So he's just, they get Trump derangement syndrome by just listening to the media that has Trump derangement syndrome. I think that's what happened in Europe too. These guys are just so crazed about they can't support Trump in any way, and we're doing great. And they just need to stop. They just need to get their breath together and just calm down and just help us out here a little bit.
Captain Truax, thank you, and thank you for your service to America. It's good to see you again. Now to this. Watch this one.